All right, yo, welcome back, and we're going to be going into our next game in just a second, but I do have some tech points from the last time we played that I think I have not spent yet. We have 5. I'm going to just quickly go through my units really fast and just look at something I might want to change. Yeah, like this right here. Let's just do this. This makes this nice and easy peasy. Let's drop a jump drive off of my Wasp, and let's research aerial specialist. I do like this for Wasp a lot. This is such a good ability. It's such a good ability. This unit can be such a good anti-air unit, but it really needs that ability on its bar to make it good like that. Phoenix. I kind of don't want barrier on my Phoenix either. I like Phoenix being more of a damage unit. Let's get it charge shot. So now my Phoenix has the ability to do a lot of damage. This unit has so like the Wasp, basically we just turned the Wasp with one ability, with anti-air specialist. We made the Wasp now have the ability to be really dominant in AoE air, and also if the Wasp were to level up, then also really good in single target anti-air. So that's good. And then now for the Phoenix, we just made this unit have ridiculously good single target anti-air. So anytime any really strong air unit comes out, we could literally just be like, let's make a Phoenix. And if I have a range problem, I can get range. And if I have a damage problem, I can get charge shot. And this unit is very hard to kill because it's in the back. And then the charge shot allows it to hit 175% harder than it already does. And this unit already hits really hard. And this modifier is off of its base damage. So this unit can, and you have 2 of them every time you make it. So you times it by 2 again, because 2 of them shoot shots off every time the attack speed happens. The 3.4 second interval happens. So this unit can be popping off. Like, I've had Phoenix before, easily. Like, not even that high level, like level 4 or something like that. And these things are doing like 40,000 damage. They can be very strong. That's like each one. So you can be like getting these things up to almost 100,000 damage, like a shot once you're like level 5, blah, blah, blah. And if you have damage modifiers, maybe even earlier than that. So this unit can definitely be powerful. And that upgrade right there really allows it to be powerful, the charge shot specifically. Phantom Ray is fine. I'll leave it. Wraith is fine. I'll leave it. Scorpion. I'm gonna drop Siege off of this unit, and I'm gonna pick up Field Maintenance. I do really like Field Maintenance a lot. I feel like there's a lot of times, the reason why I like it is because a lot of times there are moments in a game where you get a drop, like in between a round, and it's like, do you want this leveled up unit? And if you have an opportunity to take like a level 3 Scorpion or something like that, it's insanely good when you have an upgrade that can allow you to punish something really hard. So even though this unit has like really good DPS, and it's able to kill things really well with its AoE whenever it fires, another thing it can do is when you get Field Maintenance, it already has high HP. This unit has more health than like a Tarantula, for instance. By a bit, like a little bit more. It's got more health than a Sabertooth. It's that tanky. It's definitely a little bit of a higher tier of tankiness than like a Sabertooth or a Tarantula. And it has the ability to regen with 30% more total HP if you get Field Maintenance. So this unit has so much health, and if you get a higher level version of this thing can have like more health than a giant unit. Like you'll have a level 3 Scorpion that has like twice as much health as a Fortress. That's level 1, and it's also regenning. So it can really break boards if your opponent doesn't have enough single target DPS. And that's like all you would have to get. And if you have a device as well, makes it even crazier. You have like a device that gives this thing even more HP, like a super heavy armor or something like that, which gives it like 200% more health or whatever. I can't remember the exact value. It always changes. I feel like they've changed lots of values in this game, but it's around there. But yeah, it can be such a good tank, and I feel like that ability really allows you to take Scorpion drops and be like, yo, this looks good. This looks good.
Vibe Sensei making a game I've never played sound interesting. Love it.
Yo, hell yeah, Mom Capitan. Thank you for the 64. Yeah, this game's sick, dude. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Farseer. I think we'll change some tech on my Farseer. Let's give the Farseer Take off scanning radar, take off missile interceptor, and we'll just take 2 really nice techs on this unit. We'll take burst, and we'll take aerial specialization. Once again now, we just gave ourselves another option at having a unit that can have extremely good single target anti-air DPS. And this unit overall is just like, it's relatively well-rounded. Like it's strong is what I'm saying. It's definitely like strong. It's stronger in multiple aspects. Like if there was like multiple bars that rated a unit, and let's say there's like 5 categories, and it's like an 8 out of 10, and then like a 4 out of 10, and then like a 7 out of 10, and then like a 6 out of 10, and then like a 6 out of 10 again for like all 5 categories. This unit just in general has like really high categories and everything. It's good at AoE, it's good at single target, it's good at survivability, it's good at range, it's good at it's good at literally everything. It's not bad at all. And now the burst fire makes it great at DPS because it gives it a crazy amount of DPS now, but it has a slower attack speed. And then aerial specialization makes it exceptionally great versus air because it gives it more range and a lot more damage versus air specifically. So it's super nice. And then that's it for tech points for us right now. So we'll just go ahead and leave it at that. But yeah, let's go ahead and send it, get into another game. So we're at 1381. We're almost 1500. So we're getting to that point where we're almost done with the guide here, the first guide, the 1500 guide. Let's see what we get. We'll keep doing the same rules overall. Like what's high HP? Elite specialist. But everything else is a little bit below it. Typhoon specialist looks pretty decent. We still have not done elite spec yet. I guess I'll just do 1 elite spec game just because it's something we haven't done yet, and I would, I'll show you guys how it's played. This is why this is going to be a little more technical, but it'll also be an example of why it can be more difficult at the same time. So on the tower, on the left tower, you have elite recruitment, which we haven't really been doing a lot yet. And what this does is you pay 100 to then also increase the rank of the unit by 1. So you can recruit level 2 units instead of level 1 units. So it's nice because the unit starts off a little stronger, but when you recruit a level 2 unit, it doesn't mean you just get the same cost for a level 2 unit. You have to also pay for what the level 2 cost is. So instead of recruiting a unit at level 1 that costs 100, you would recruit it at level 2, and it would normally be 50 extra to get it to level 2 itself. So you just add that 50 to the cost of the unit by default now, and now it's a 150 cost level 1 unit instead of a 100 cost level 1 unit. And then bigger units, again, have whatever their upgrade cost would be, it's just added on. So like an elite specialist gets this by default and doesn't have to pay the 100 there to get level 2 units like everybody else does. And you can get level 2 units at the start of the game. Everything is more expensive, so it's hard to make your money work. Let's go ahead and just do a standard-ish board here. We'll do a standard-ish board. Let's get like a Fang squad on the side. Let's get a Fang squad kind of in the middle. Let's get a Fang squad kind of on the side. And let's just give ourselves a unit that would allow us to... we'll do an Arclight, just in case he gets like a lot of chaff. Sledgehammers are like hybrid, decent at chaff clear, but Arclights are amazing at chaff clear, so at least now the Arclights can help us kill crawlers or Fangs if he makes them, and as you can see, there's some crawlers. So us having Fang, Sledge, and also now Arclight, it's just going to be really good at being able to kill his AoE, needing like his crawler units. So we're great here. But now a level 2 Arclight is also, keep in mind it is level 2, so it's stronger than what it normally would be at level 1, so it's actually going to add a lot more DPS right off the bat. And it's also a cheap unit that I could afford to get 2 deployments with, because you got to realize if everything's more expensive, it's also harder to afford it, because a lot of times we're barely affording everything we already have anyways. So if we get a level 2 unit right off the bat, we want to make sure we don't just skip deployment slots. Skipping deployment slots is going to make things like marksman feel really strong. The more deployment slots you skip, the more you make their DPS punish you, because there's not enough things in the way to distract DPS units. So there's a balance that always, again, needs to be kind of maintained. You have to maintain a balance to be able to get through the army. There is a Phoenix here. I should respect it a little bit. I like that it's free, so it's tempting to just want to take it myself. He does have marksman. We could just buy something for 100 and then also make like 2 more arc lights and just have them kind of like in the mid on the side or something like that, and just have a nice arc light line. Because again, arc lights are also pretty strong here. They're not bad at all. Void eyes would be decent. They would be a form of ground DPS, which would help kill the sledge. But the arc lights are honestly not struggling right now. And if we make even more, that would be fine. Phoenix would also be DPS. Farseer is also DPS. I think Fire Badger is probably the least ideal choice because this is just pretty much an AoE unit, and I already have so much AoE clear now. I don't need even more. I think we need DPS, so I think we should exclude the Fire Badger. And I think I'm actually just going to take the Farseer. The reason why, again, is because this unit, it's just well-rounded, so it's going to make it really strong on the left side. Let's go ahead and get like a couple more arc lights. We'll do one in the middle, and we'll do maybe one on the opposite side actually of the new Farseer that we're making. So I can now have like middle coverage here that helps kill sledgehammers. We have right coverage that just overwhelms anything on the right quadrant, helps kill the crawlers that come down. And then, you know, the arc lights stack up and kill whatever's here. And then the Farseer, again, is going to do it on the left side. Okay, he's also flanking us, so good thing we made an arc light on the right, otherwise our tower would have died this round. So our arc light's going to deal with the flank first and then come up a little bit later. And the DPS is getting on top of us a little too fast. There's multiple reasons why this can happen. The first reason is, I don't have enough chaff. That, like, I could just make more units that get in the way of the DPS. That's one answer that could exist. Another one that could exist is I need to protect what I already have longer. So if his sledgehammers and his hounds and his crawlers are actually getting through my fangs way too fast, I can make them last longer and make marksmen take longer to kill them if I can protect them better. So getting like my DPS to cover them better also would not be bad. Both are options. I think for this particular situation, my right sledgehammer is almost leveled up. I kind of feel like giving maybe right sledge device here. And I might also give this guy regen in the future. It could be a good choice. Let's go ahead and give ourselves one more arc light on the left just to help deal with these hounds. And we'll do 2 crawlers ourselves too. I'll get a little bit more chaff. I'll do a crawler pack that kind of goes in the back and just like gets on top of his crawlers and just kills them quickly. I'll do the same thing on the other side, so we're protected on both sides. And now it'll come in late, ideally, as well. It'll come in like after the fangs are getting, you know, killed as well. And hopefully the arc lights can help the crawlers get through and get on top of his units, etc, etc, etc. Okay, he sold off his flank, so he wanted to invest 1 round and then sell it. That's fine. So now my whole army is engaging together properly. Our crawlers are definitely doing it. The crawlers are doing such a good job. They're actually getting in right now and distracting so many of the Void Eye and the Marksman. Now we have some Fangs that are still alive too. Arc Lights are getting it done. So right now, I would say a good upgrade again that would really help us a lot here would be range on Arc Light. Mainly so we can get rid of his Sledgehammers faster and we can get rid of his Hounds faster so that my Crawlers and my Fangs last longer. Because his Void Eye and his Marksman do not kill those units. They don't kill those units. Alright, we could do a efficient tech research. We haven't done any tech yet. So insanely good choice. Let's level up the sledge. Let's level up the arc light. Let's give 1 arc light give all arc lights range and 1 arc light a level up. And let's go ahead and do 1 more round of 2 crawlers. Let's get a crawler pack like in the mid and another crawler pack like in the mid that come out the back of it. And these crawlers will ideally be getting out there as I'm punishing and killing his sledgehammers. That's ideally what we want to happen. So that, and now he even has range on hounds. So if my arc lights can really get on top of those hounds and punish them quickly, again, he's gonna have nothing to really kill my crawlers. If my arc lights can get on top and kill on top of his sledgehammers, those are the only two things in his army that deal with my chaff. So again, it's like, you think about it as, oh man, his marksmen are the problem. His marksmen are the problem, but his marksmen have better siege than I do. I don't have anything that really gets as good of range as his marksman right now. So how do I beat his marksman if he has better range than me, but they're the problem? I make them shoot bad targets. I can just make them not able to really shoot. I can, like, yes, they're gonna shoot. I can't stop that. But let's make them shoot something I don't care about, like a crawler. That's really what we kind of want to go for here, what we're trying to do, right? So if I had better range, I could win through the range. I could just be like, oh, I'll just siege him down. But right now we don't have that. And I don't have to make it. I could make it, but that's not the goal right now. The goal is, how do I shut down his marksmen that are killing everything? Oh, let's make them shoot chaff. And it's really allowing my arc lights to get more uptime, but as you can see, we still didn't win the round there. We're still struggling a little bit. So you know, the game continues. We could get siege. I do have anti-air right now with Farseer, but my Farseer also are dying to the marksman, so they're not really like staying alive very long. He doesn't really have any anti-air himself. If he goes for a Typhoon, I think my army can kill that. These are level 1 Typhoons. I'm not that afraid of them. I think maybe we honestly just take Wasp. I think Stormcaller sounds good in theory too, but I think actually I don't know. You know, do I have anti-air and Arclight? What do I have on this unit? I do not. We don't have range. I do. I guess I have aerial spec. Okay, well that would help a little bit. I could also, I guess if I'm gonna get regen on sledge, that the Farseer could also be safer too. There's some good choices here, but I think I'm just gonna say, you know what? We're talking about the advantages of siege right here. We can punish marksman with siege. Let's go ahead and siege him. Let's get right on top of those sledges right away. Let's get a elite marksman on my arc lights as well, so they're going to be way more effective early on in the fight. And let's give ourselves one more round of like a triple chaff. We'll just do like chaff kind of like that. We'll have chaff just like, you know, crawlers and fangs get out and really protect us so we can swarm in. And now we have siege that is going to be able to shoot at these sledgehammers, which is really going to free up the arc lights a lot faster. And now he is going Wasp, so we need to make another Farseer and maybe get aerial specialist on Farseer. Farseer also really fast, so maybe we're also needing a little bit more crawlers in the front too. But fangs are helping too. The crawlers are really helping protect the fangs now, so this is great. The Farseer lives, everyone lives. The Stormcaller is really helping get through the sledgehammers faster, and now the Arclights also having elite marksmen, really allowing us to also like really compete with the marksmen. So we're taking the range advantage a little bit ourselves now, and we're also starting to win the chaff war. We're shutting down the marksmen. We're shutting them down, and that's the majority of it. Like if you look at his army, if you just look at this guy's army, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 marksmen, and we have level 2, level 3, level 3, level 3, level 3, now level 2. Like this is the biggest investment of this guy's army. The second biggest investment I would say is the hounds, simply because they have range upgrade, and he has a few of them. But there's so much investment in marksman. We know that he's like, that is the biggest source of DPS we need to worry about. And that's why this whole game has mattered. How do we shut marksman down? Like how is that capable of happening? But what do we do? And we'll go ahead now and we'll see that there's a nuke here. We'll take intensive training. Let's go ahead and maybe put 2 barriers down. Put a barrier down on like my left and my right side. Let's go ahead and level up my arc lights. Right side has a level 4 and a level 3. Left side has a level 2 and a level 3. Let's go ahead and make the guy on left level 4. He just leveled up to level 3. I can give him a free level with intensive training to level 4. I like doing it on somebody who just leveled more than doing it on someone who already has a lot of XP earned, because they don't maintain that XP if you use the device on them. It just caps them out to 1667 out of, you know, so you get the remaining, like the remainder here that exists on the left side of the screen here, whereas a new unit gets the entire thing. So it feels like you can just like naturally, organically let this guy level himself as opposed to forcing a level up on him. Let's go ahead and get one Farseer on the left side. Just be safe about it. And let's get ourselves also maybe one more Crawler that comes out like a little bit more forward again. Just gives us even more control in the fight. And now there's a nuke. But we do have a barrier, so hopefully that barrier protects some of my army. That nuke is extremely expensive. It actually reached my Arclight and my Farseer on the right side, so that's unfortunate. But left side's doing really good. Right side's still kind of holding a little bit. There's so many marksmen. There's so many marksmen here. And that was also a nuke round, so don't forget. Nuke round is kind of crazy. Okay, so now it's like, once again, we're like, oh, we're in a situation where, what are we talking about? What did he invest into? Marksman. Right? The whole concept here is he's going marksman. Lots of marksmen. So what we can do is let's go ahead and get a portable shield. Let's put this portable shield on my other sledgehammer. Let's get both my sledgehammers. I'm debating how much I want to invest into these right now. I'll just give them field maintenance and let it go. Let's go ahead and also give ourselves a little bit more siege. Let's just give ourselves a little bit more siege. Because again, this guy is going so hardcore on the marksman. We can really try to shut that down a little bit. Let's go ahead and also give ourselves... Let's give ourselves another Crawler pack, and we'll give ourselves also a range for everybody. So there is EMP active. He might throw an EMP at me, we'll see. But right now there's a lot of marksmen, and there's a mixture of things around it. We have a lot of Crawlers, and we have a lot of Stormcaller now, and we have a lot of Arclight, etc., etc. So the goal is for us, let's make sure our Arclights can like get on top of him and actually win the fight here. He's EMPing my right side. We have extra storms. The storms will get zoned out by a little bit of the Mustang anti-air missile, but at the same time we have so much missile that some of it's going to penetrate. It will happen. And the Mustangs are also like permanently stuck on missiles this round. His Mustangs will be shooting missiles the entire time because I have Farseer and Stormcaller all shooting missiles, and that's also like there's like a synergy there. Our Farseers are more protected with their auto attacks because we have Stormcallers also adding extra missiles, and it's overwhelming his anti-missile devices in the Mustangs that he has. Another way we can overpower this is we can get Burst Fire. Let's just honestly grab Burst Fire, I feel like, on our Farseers, and that'll help a ton. Out of this drop, I think... now he also has Assault Mode Marksman, so these things are very aggressive. Here's one thing you can do. Here's an opportunity, right? I'll do a Phantom Ray this round, and I'll do this. I'll do one here, I'll do one here, and I'll do one here. I'm only going to grab oil. It's 50 as well. It's cheap with efficient tech. We can mix in some tech into our army. But now we have a cheap oil that's just going to throw at his army every round, and it's going to snare his push. It's going to make my siege able to be sieging longer before he gets within range. His marksmen just lost all their range, or a lot of it, to go. They lost 70 range to go into assault mode, which is like they gain a ton of HP, and they also gain a ton of a ton of, or even more damage. Let's go ahead and double level one of my arc lights that leveled up. And this time around, let's also give my arc lights EMP, so that now when my arc lights fire their shots off, they turn off tech whatever they hit, and if they hit a marksman, it's going to turn off its HP bonus. So it's going to help a lot at being able to get through the fight a lot faster. Let's get range for everybody, and let's go ahead and get just a couple more crawlers one more time. Let's go ahead and get a damage upgrade too for everybody. But right now we're just trying to siege him down with oil. Okay, well, some of my missiles got denied right away because of the anti-missile. He has a lot of anti-missile. He built a ton of it, so... But it will slowly, over time, lose its potency. Arc lights are working down the line, killing a lot of the units. The marksmen are dying so much faster because of the CMP. It's really close again. Okay. Acid Blast? Acid Blast is pretty nice. Here, we'll drop acid. We'll do it like right over his army. The majority of it like right here. I'll go ahead and respect acid myself and get myself like 3 barriers so that it doesn't really hit the majority of my units in case he does it. He does have a lot of anti-missile, so it's really screwing over my my units' ability to actually make contact with their attacks. What else could we do here? We definitely want to get range. Want to make sure we're sieging him as much as we physically can. And there is a pretty decent amount of anti-missile, but I feel like one thing, if we do make it as well, this would help a lot. Let's go ahead and make a few fangs here in the back. Here's why. 2 reasons why. First reason is he made Vulcans, and these Vulcans have the ability to kill my crawlers a lot faster. So these crawlers are gonna have a harder time staying alive, like essentially, because Vulcans exist now. Their AoE is insane. They have good range as well. But now we have fangs. We can have some fangs in the back. What these fangs can do is they can ideally walk out a little bit later, and ideally also maybe kill the wasp, and also get in the just like the way of the marksman. All right, now we got a lot of poison and oil all over his army right there, so that's lovely for us. His army is walking very slow. He's got a ton of chaff himself. My arc lights are working their butts off, trying to get through as much of it as fast as they can. A lot of the anti-missiles going down. The arc lights are getting through and killing a lot of the Mustangs. The marksmen are kind of getting through as well, though, on some of my units and killing some of my... The marksmen are actually killing some of my arc lights, but ultimately it looks like the arc lights are winning the fight. Again, there is a lot of anti-missile, so if I can get through the anti-missile, this would be really nice. I have a ton of missile in my army. So we'll see what the game offers us here, but more missile would be great. More ways to kill his missile would be great. We have a ton of money. Here, we'll get one more efficient tech. We'll do this. We'll do this. Let's go ahead and do something really aggressive. This is something you can do if you're looking to be really aggressive. Let's go ahead and get incendiary bombs on my Vulcans. This is even more missiles, and these missiles, all we need to, this is so what this is going to do now is we just made Vulcans ourselves, and we gave them the ability to drop fire on the ground. The fire on the ground will make a ground effect that Vulcan, or that his Mustangs could walk into. And if his Mustangs walk into it and they turn off the ability for them to have anti-missile because they're dead, then suddenly my Stormcallers start becoming a lot more powerful again, and really helps us like land these connections on his units a lot faster. Also, now we have a mixture of oil and fire. It should protect more of my oil and missiles on entry in this fight because they all go off at the start. And hopefully we can make like a pool of fire instead of just like scattered fire with the Vulcan. So what we're doing now is we're trying to basically understand that I'm very missile based as well. My Arclights, my army is basically chaff, Arclight, missile, and that's all. And my anti-air is also missile. So we want to make sure our missiles aren't just getting turned off the entire time we're just making new ways to deal with it. So now we have fire and oil shooting out at him all at once. And we just made big pools of fire here that'll help really kill the crawlers. It'll help kill a lot of things. It'll help kill the Mustangs. He threw fire at me too, so from now on we should really be making barrier every round. Because this is just like, there's so much AoE getting thrown around this game. I think we just died. Alright, GG. Okay, well, this game, though, like, as you can see, you know, missiles, there's liabilities here. There's some anti-missile. Burst fire does really help the Farseer. Burst fire really does help the Farseer to get through anti-missile, but it still, you know, again, in this kind of a game too, where our army is really siege heavy and this unit actually doesn't have range, it actually goes closer to the front of my army because most of our units, like, again, we're pretty Arclight Stormcaller focused this game. So a lot of our units are actually staying like 150, 180 range back. So these things are running in and dying as soon as all my chaff is dead. And now that Vulcans are here, chaff is dying so fast. So our Farseer are also kind of getting eliminated pretty fast. Range would definitely help them stay alive better because range could give them an additional 40 and make them go to 165 instead of 125. And then, yeah, I mean, it was just a little unfortunate just because our opponent also is using a lot of spells on us here. And a lot of these spells also kind of like disrupted our game a little bit. There were like a few rounds where like their nuke round really screwed us over in the earlier part. We were oiled up ourselves. Just now, he had literally threw oil at us right there. It's things like that can also like ruin tempo for you a little bit. If it happens, it happens. It's okay. It's literally RNG. I would no use in getting mad about it or anything like that. It's just something you got to like account for. You have counters to it with barriers and stuff like that. You just have to be willing to prepare for it. But yeah, we are elite specialists this game too. So everything I did as well here is just like extremely expensive. And we were trying to beat marksman through the form of using chaff. And we could have done it in a lot of ways. It doesn't have to necessarily be chaff, but something that could also kill them could have also been an investment. And Arclights aren't necessarily like the best way to kill marksmen if you want to do it quickly, because Arclights are like really slow based units. And they also like these units are also going to find themselves at like the back of the army, so we have to like wait for his entire army to die before we can get to the marksman. So you really have to just like you know, like if we wanted something more aggressive, we could have also done that. There's lots of units in this game that we could have made that could be more forward play. But yeah, we went for the style of like trying to get through it over time. And marksmen are just they're nice units. They're good. And he also this time he turned on assault mode, and this does make this unit better also against chaff. So assault marksmen with Vulcan definitely have the ability to like kill your chaff pretty hard. Yeah, I would say this game was close, but it really came down to we really should have had barriers, like a barrier in front of everything, like a barrier that's there, a barrier here, a barrier like right here, another barrier like right here. Just like 3 or 4 of them across my board, so that fire and oil and stuff does not hit us at all. Spell damage is not killing us, because if spell damage kills our chaff, his marksmen kill my units way too fast. Simply, that's just what happens. So yeah, barrier would have been probably the go-to play right there.